Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk about something that was brought to my attention in a comment. They talked about campers and travel trailers and this type of stuff. And he was saying that that would be a good option instead of being homeless. I think that's what he was trying to get across. I'll tell you, I do have a bus, an old school bus. It's a diesel school bus, and I got it. I gutted it out, and it's a big one. And half of it, the back half, I got a curtain to divide it, and the back half is really what I use for storage. So everything that I own is pretty much in the back of that bus. Now, the front half, I originally started. I got a work table there so I can do my Hoi Chi. I originally started the idea is I was going to do my work out of the bus and just travel around the United States and sleep in the back part. That's what I originally started, just the idea. Then, as I've seen things deteriorate the way it has, and the community that I am set up in, I'm living in a small community. It's about 300 people in the community, and it's out in the sticks. So I've pretty much decided just to use my bus, and now I've started setting it up for feeding, a kitchen, so I can start cooking food, taking care of people. Same thing, after shit hits the fan, I want to make sure that we've got the facilities to prepare food. Our community's got a civic center in it already, so we already have a place to do the cooking, but this way I thought I could set it up and do it more of a mobile type unit, just for whatever. And also, seeing it's a big old bus and we've got bridges that surround this particular area that I'm at, this bus worked good on stopping the traffic on the bridge. So I got misled on using it as a camper or a mobile home or whatever you want to call it. But the funny thing is, at one time, that's what I thought I was going to do with it. So I think in the way of a shit hits the fan kind of situation, I think that would be a very good idea, like the gentleman commented. And like I said, I don't know why I haven't made a video about it, but yes. Now, setting up your camper or whatever you want to call it, that will be the trick if we're going to be concerned about the shit hits the fan kind of stuff. And the reason I say that is my car, I've got it set up where I can do my Hoi Chi. I got a table that I can take out, a portable table, and I've got a bag with leather craft. All the tools, the hand tools I need to work with leather, either repairing leather or making things with leather. And I also have another bag that I have all the stuff I need to sharpen things, other things besides the knife. I don't have the art yet on how to sharpen a knife razor sharp, but I can sharpen other blades, axe blades, lawnmower blades, just all kinds of sharp blades I can sharpen, not knives. But that's what I've got my car set up for, and that might be a good thing that you need to do with your camper. Try the stuff that you already do, the hobbies that you like and enjoy. Try to bring them down in the way of items needed to do the work. Bring it down so you have a minimum of tools. Like I say, I don't care what skills you have. If you don't have the tools to back it up, your skills are worthless. I say I've gone through this with doctors. A lot of surgeons think that they're very special. Well, they're not that special because they don't have an operating room to work out of. So in a shit fan kind of situation, it's going to be a little bit different thing. Now, if you are a surgeon, you might be able to do that for your camper. Now, see what I was going to do with my bus. It's a big old diesel bus. I got a big old heavy-duty trailer hitch on the back. I was going to put like a 20-foot trailer on the back of that thing, and I'd be able to put a car in there. I'd be able to put, at the time I thought a kitchen, but if I was a surgeon, that would be a good place to put an operating room. And so in other words, what I'm saying is you can set up your camper system to do things, be able to offer services to others. Because what I say, when I come into a community, I've got to be able to offer something that these people want, or I'm just a mouth to feed, and they will let me just get on down the road. They don't want nothing to do with me. But if I have something that they can use, that makes me much more attractive. And the more attractive you are, the more chance you could put up permanent residents in that location. And if you have your own camper and stuff like that, we've in our community, and I need to get back and talk to our people about it. I want to start setting up more places for camper and type units. In other words, when you drive up to our community, yes, you are a refugee. But if you have services and you have equipment to back up your services and they are needed, well, you're not a refugee no more. Forget about being a refugee. Now we have a place for you. Right now, in the past few years, what I do is I travel around, even in Mexico, Guatemala. I got different places I go, and I got work. They know who I am, and they accept me into their locations, their communities, because they know I have something to offer. And this is something that you need to think about with your camper. Like I say, I just got the comments, so I haven't had time to really think on it a lot. But it was just such a great idea that just blew my mind why I haven't thought about it. So take what skills you have, or like in a three-man militia, you're learning skills. Take those skills that you learn and put them in your camper, or a trailer that you're going to have with it, or however you can do it to be able to apply it. I talked about a militia in communications, electronic communications. Like I say, we really need more people that know and understand electronics to help us program different radios and stuff like that. They know the shortwave, but there's not enough of them to really get into it yet. But that's something else that would go good with a trailer, is the shortwave. I can't even imagine the number of things you can do with a camper that's going to make you an asset to a community. And even better yet, now is the time you can get out, check out different communities, and see what's going on in all these different communities. Because now's the time to start networking with people in small communities. And if you've got your camper, you won't be a mouth just coming in. Especially if you already know the community you would like to go to, and you start storing food, bullets and guns in this community. It's going to make you part of the community right off the bat, and you don't even have to share housing with anybody because you have your own housing. And even now, when it's not bad times, that might be a place where you can even store your unit. Store it there, and work out a deal with some of the local people about, like I say, if you go in, like in my particular case, we're in it's a cattle ranch, and you can go in with them partners on some cattle and start learning how to raise cattle and stuff like that, and then see if you can put your trailer there, and in exchange for whatever kind of services you can provide. And you want to be involved in other militias that are going on in that community. So I can see where the camping world would be a great plus in a bad situation. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.